Hey War Barn fans, how's everybody doing there? Here is the next video with the turret winder, taking a little bit closer look at it, trying to decide how to clean it up, see if it needs new bearings, see if it needs new seals, if there's any parts like that that need to be replaced. So I split apart the cases here. I thought I'd show you some details here. So what this lever does here, you just engage it and it moves. And when this is all together, when you move this, this will stay on the turret wall. These teeth here, and here, will engage into the turret ring, keeping it from moving. So it seems to be in good shape. It's nothing complicated. It just simply, you release it, you lock it back in. Well, what is kind of complicated is this little spring, and I think it's kind of like a bump stop. So this spring goes in there, so when it comes back, it's not a hard click or anything like that. It just comes back kind of over engineered. So that's what that's for. It's a little bit of close up of that. Nothing complicated. This gear, I'm not sure what you would call that, a gear reduction. Again, this goes on the inside. Here is the cranking handle. The cranking handle will turn on this axis over here, on this axle. That axle is in actually fantastic condition too. The threads are okay. There doesn't seem to be any play when I wiggle it back and forth. There might be a little bit now, but when the body's together and I wiggle it, there's like no play. Same with this gear, very, very slight, but when the body's together, there is no play. I mean, there is a screw. I could take it off. I don't think that's necessary. I try to take everything apart that I can. I like to, clean up everything, be 100% on this, so to speak, nut and bolt restoration. But if it's okay, I'm going to leave well enough alone. This is something that if there was some kind of problem, I can unbolt and, redo if I need to. But I think it's in stellar condition. So that's that. I just spilled some screws. This is the cover of the bump stop. So this is the leather cover. I'm using it like a little tool tray. That'll definitely wire wheel, clean it up, take these stitches out. Use this piece of leather here. Use it as a template. Take it all apart, lay it out, cut pieces exactly the same, and put a nice new piece of leather in there. I wasn't going to, because it seemed like it was usable. Even though it's old and dirty, it's all together, why take it apart? But then I noticed a crack here. So you know what? Let's restore that too. That's not going to take a lot of money to fix that, put that back together. So that's a minor detail that will have to be worked on as well. So when I split the cases apart here, like I said, when I split the cases apart here, I'm going to try to do that right here with one hand. I did it earlier, and I took out this mechanism over here. I don't know if you call it mechanism, but this is like the main gear shaft, gear pack. Okay, so this gear sits up in there. Brass, look at that, the whole thing is brash. Yeah, brash too, but there is no bearing, so to speak. The bearing is kind of like built in, so it just needs to be cleaned up, needs to be greased. While we're near here, let's take a look at the spiral gear. Again, no nicks, no dents, fantastic condition. Okay, no sense in taking it out. The axle where it fits right here, where it insets into the other side, is in great condition. So looks a little bit dirty, but all the mechanicals are in really good shape. Here is the main axle shaft. As you can see, very good condition, doesn't need to be replaced. All these little splines that brass gear fit into are in great condition. Great condition also on this brass piece too. I mean, just take a look at all of the machining that needs to take place just for this brass gear here. Then there's a sleeve, then there's these slotted keyways. So anyhow, this is spacer. This spacer fits right in there. Of course, it's crooked, so that'll keep that from moving back and forth. And then here's the main gear that's going to turn the turret. Okay, so what fits on the top of this is simply this, okay, and that sits on there and screws onto the two pieces. So yeah, here's an overview of all the bits and pieces that I'm working with. I think I'm just gonna take off the easy stuff, clean it all off once again, and then paint it. I was gonna paint these metal items here, but it appears like they were probably blued at the factory. It doesn't look like they were painted at all. It looks like there might have been a repaint on this because there's some overspray onto the handle. But who knows? Maybe in a time of war there was no time, and they just painted it after the fact, and it just stuck on there. So yeah, a little bit longer video, but I want to show you all the details. I had somebody asking about this. Any other questions, let me know. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, guys. If you can subscribe, that helps a lot. Feel free to make comments too. I like chatting with you guys. Thanks.